really sat through that whole case and kept your spirits high. I really like that for y'all. Y'all look great. Keep your spirits up, y'all.
There's always some drama when it comes to celebrity events, but this one might take the cake. Diddy's twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah, tried to attend Beyonce's concert during her Cowboy Carter tour. They showed up dressed perfectly for the occasion: cowboy hats, boots, stylish outfits. The whole vibe was on point. But behind the scenes, things weren't as smooth as they looked. According to reports, the girls weren't even on the guest list. And what made things even more shocking? Sources are saying Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, might have had something to do with making sure they didn't get in. Let's unpack what really went down and why this moment is bigger than just a missed concert.
Very surreal, and it's been 25 years of just working really hard and trying my best to keep growing and keep opening up doors.
To understand the full story, we have to look at the situation surrounding Diddy. Over the past year, his name has been tied to multiple lawsuits, troubling accusations, and even an FBI investigation. Several women have come forward accusing him of abuse, manipulation, and disturbing behavior. One piece of evidence that shocked the internet recently was an old security video. In it, Diddy is seen chasing his ex-girlfriend Cassie down a hotel hallway, grabbing her and throwing her to the ground. That clip alone reopened old wounds and painted a very dark picture. And the public? They're not looking the other way. People who once admired Diddy are now calling him out. Old videos from his parties and interactions with young artists are being reshared with new, uncomfortable context. Nobody from the industry seems willing to defend him now, not even his longtime friends. So with that in mind, imagine his daughters walking into Beyonce's concert as if nothing's happening. Beyonce has always been extremely careful about her image. She doesn't get involved in mess, doesn't post often, and rarely speaks publicly unless it's meaningful. That's not by accident. Her entire brand is built around class, mystery, and power. And when your brand is that clean, you can't afford even the slightest risk of being associated with someone surrounded by scandal. According to multiple sources, Beyonce's team has completely separated themselves from Diddy. Behind the scenes, there's been a quiet but clear effort to avoid being linked to him in any way. Jay-Z, who used to be seen partying with Diddy back in the day, has also been distancing himself.
Name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're gonna make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're gonna name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you.
And this is where Blue Ivy steps in. While she's still young, Blue Ivy has been learning the ropes of the business world early. She's not just Beyonce's daughter, she's also been growing into a quiet role behind the scenes. She's often seen helping with backstage coordination, watching rehearsals, and observing how her mother moves. People close to the Carters say Blue is already learning how to manage events, maintain privacy, and keep the brand protected. So when Jessie and Delilah showed up at Beyonce's concert, it wasn't just an awkward moment. It became a concern. Sources say Blue Ivy noticed them and immediately understood the risk. Not long after, the twins were quietly escorted out of the VIP section. And if you're wondering whether Blue had the authority to do that well, apparently she did. One insider even said Blue personally told security that the girls didn't belong there. She believed their presence clashed with the energy of the event. From what people at the concert shared, here's how things unfolded. Jessie and Delilah arrived looking ready to party. They were clearly excited to be there and made sure their outfits matched the Cowboy Carter theme. But when they got inside, something felt off. They weren't seated in the VIP area, which immediately raised eyebrows. After all, they're Diddy's daughters. Why weren't they treated like celebrity guests? It didn't take long for whispers to start. Beyonce was spotted looking uncomfortable. Fans say she didn't smile or wave at the girls and instead stayed focused on her performance. Even the energy backstage reportedly changed. Beyonce's security team became more alert, and those working the show noticed a definite shift in mood. Then, the big moment came. The twins were politely but firmly asked to leave. And that's when people started asking, was this a coincidence? Or was someone pulling strings? Here's where it gets even messier. Some fans believe that Jessie and Delilah showing up wasn't just a regular night out. They think it was part of a bigger plan, a stunt even. With Diddy's name all over the news for the wrong reasons, having his daughters show up at one of the most talked about events could be a way to create distraction. Cameras would roll, headlines would shift, and maybe, just maybe, it would pull some attention away from the courtroom drama. Adding fuel to the fire, several people tied to Diddy's circle were also seen at the concert. Producers, old business partners, and even rumored associates showed up. Once fans noticed, word spread fast. And so did tension. People backstage said the vibe changed instantly. It went from fun and celebration to tense and uncomfortable. Beyoncé's team reportedly tightened security just in case. This situation brings up a larger conversation about fame, legacy, and what happens when the children of powerful people try to navigate life while their parents fall from grace. Jessie and Delilah didn't do anything wrong by trying to attend a concert. But with everything surrounding their father, their appearance raised concerns. And unfortunately, in Hollywood, your last name can carry a lot of baggage. Some fans are now criticizing how Diddy's daughters have been used in the public eye. Over the years, they've been seen at red carpet events, posing with their dad during interviews and smiling for cameras as if nothing bad was happening. Now people are questioning, were these appearances for them? Or were they helping Diddy appear more wholesome?
Out the way, y'all, please, sir.
Right.
You asked for a black and a white.
Now, huh?
You said I want a black and a
Y'all
white.
driving together now, huh?
Oh, she said she wants a white one. Oh, she said I want a white one.
When you compare this to how Beyonce and Jay-Z raised Blue Ivy, the difference is clear. Blue is rarely overexposed. Every public appearance feels purposeful. She's not used to cover up scandals. She's being taught how to protect a legacy. She's learning business, performance, and control. This isn't just a story about girls being denied access to a concert. It's about the sad reality of how fame can shape children's lives. Jessie and Delilah were born into a world of luxury and attention, but they're now facing the harsh consequences of their father's actions. And whether they realize it or not, the public is watching closely. Fans on social media had a lot to say. Some criticized their outfits, saying they looked too grown up for teenagers. Others felt they were being used as a distraction from Diddy's legal mess. Comment sections were full of harsh opinions, not necessarily about the girls themselves, but about what they represented. It's uncomfortable, but it shows the ugly side of Hollywood, where children are often seen as extensions of their parents' brands, instead of people with their own paths.
Daddy-daughter date, big brother, little sister date. We're going to my favorite place.
At the end of the night, the most surprising part of this entire story came down to Blue Ivy. According to reports, she made the call. She asked security to remove the twins, saying their presence didn't match the tone of the event. That's a bold move for anyone, let alone a teenager. But fans are praising her for it. They see it as a sign that Blue is learning how to lead, how to manage energy, and most of all, how to protect the Carter brand. And it worked. After Jessie and Delilah were escorted out, the show went on smoothly. The energy returned. Fans went back to enjoying the music. And behind the scenes, Beyonce and her team knew they'd avoided a possible PR nightmare. This whole moment might be a turning point. Hollywood has long blurred the lines between celebrity privilege and accountability. But now, it seems like the industry is drawing the line. Having a famous last name isn't enough anymore, especially if that name is tied to controversy. Beyonce and Blue Ivy showed that they're not afraid to protect their space, even if it means turning away familiar faces. It sends a message: you don't get access just because of who your parents are. You have to bring the right energy. You have to be clean, respectful, and drama-free. And if not, you'll be shown the door even if it's Beyoncé's own daughter making the call. Diddy is still facing serious legal troubles. More accusations may come out. His brand, once seen as untouchable, is now falling apart. And sadly, his kids are getting caught in the fallout. As for Beyoncé, she's staying focused. Her Cowboy Carter tour is still the hottest ticket in town. Her team is staying alert, her daughter is stepping up, and her brand remains spotless. But the question still remains, should Diddy's kids stay out of the spotlight until all this legal drama is over? Was Blue Ivy out of line for stepping in? Or was she just doing what any daughter would do to protect her mother's legacy? So, there you have it, a night that was supposed to be about music and celebration turned into a quiet power move, led by none other than Blue Ivy herself. Whether you agree with how things went down or not, one thing is clear: Beyoncé's circle isn't playing around when it comes to protecting her image. And with Diddy's scandals getting darker by the day, it's no surprise people are choosing sides. But now, I want to hear from you. Was Blue Ivy wrong for stepping in? Or was she just doing what needed to be done to keep her mom's show drama-free? And should Diddy's daughters be taking a step back while all this chaos unfolds around their father? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like this video if you found it interesting, and subscribe if you want more deep dives into celebrity drama, power moves, and the truth behind the headlines. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay smart, stay real, and I'll see you in the next one.